Hey there, Aquarius. This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited you've decided to join us. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your love, support, contributions, and above all, being my confirmation that I'm in alignment with my life purpose. You have my undying gratitude. So my loves, this is going to be your general love reading. Please keep in mind that the messages today do not have time frames assigned to them. So if you're here, it's because there is something here that's going to help you close off a past situation, maneuver around a current situation, or anticipate and prepare for a future situation. So if today's reading does not resonate, please take a look at last month's reading, because my readings do tend to read out 2 to 3 months ahead of when we do this one. So my friends, let's go ahead and find out what's going on with you and what you need to know moving forward. Now, Aqua, I'm going to be super serious with you. Strap yourself in, okay? Put on the seatbelt because you and Sagittarius were the two readings that uploaded to completion, right? They uploaded to completion on YouTube, and then just out of nowhere became what's the word? Corrupted. The files somehow, after they became processed and completely uploaded, somehow just became corrupted. And when you opened it, the intro played and the rest of the reading was black. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how part of the file can be corrupted. Right? That's kind of weird. So you and Sagittarius both. Now, I did your reading along with Sagittarius's about a week ago. Okay, so I didn't want to release them until I had more or less everybody's readings done around the same time. I had done yours already about a week ago, and so I imagine that, you know, nothing happens without a reason, okay? The energies have been shifting so dramatically over the last couple of days that I have no doubt it's because the reading basically that I would have uploaded for you guys would have been irrelevant to what you're going through now. So Aqua, if you're connecting with a Sag, this is going to be really relevant. Okay, if you have Aqua Moon and are connecting with a Sag or Sag Moon, I feel like this is going to be extremely relevant. Okay, especially because we just now have the new moon in Gemini. That energy is coming in super heavy. So I would say that this is probably most applicable to Aqua and Sag moons, but it does not have to be limited to that. Okay, big energies. Okay, big energies. In your pre-shuffle, the Magician popped out. Okay, the Magician popped out. So I feel like this has a lot to do with either your confidence level, right? If in the past you've been doubtful about your ability to connect with a Gemini, Virgo, Aries, or really any sign for that matter, that's going to be going away. Your insecurities are going to fall away. Or you are bringing into fruition, or, you know, yeah, your manifestation essentially is coming into fruition. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with you in love, who you're connecting with, what the overarching theme is for you. Big energies, Aqua. Big energies, man. This is big energy. My God. There we go. Overarching energy. 3 of Wands. So looking into the future, okay? Waiting for something. Waiting for something that you've put out into the universe. Waiting for a response back from some work that you've been putting in. Waiting for a response back from this particular person that you're connecting with, right? Thinking about what this future holds for you guys. Your current energy is the Hanged Man, so you could be connecting with a Pisces, being crossed by the 5 of Cups. So you could be holding on to something with someone, even though it makes you very sad. Okay, on your mind you've got the Magician. All right, so this could be the Gemini, Virgo, or Aries that you're connecting with. In your heart space, you've got the Page of Cups. So this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For you, this may be a Pisces you're connecting with. Recent past was the 10 of Cups. Coming in is the 5 of Pentacles. Yep. Big decisions lie ahead. Big decisions lie ahead for you. You are seeing yourself as the star. You're standing in your power. That confidence that we were just talking about is absolutely here for you. In your environment, you've got the Ace of Cups, okay? Your fear is the Eight of Wands, and your potential outcome is the Page of Pentacles. All right, so you could be connecting with a Virgo, Taurus, Cap. If that person is not in your environment and you are currently involved with somebody else, and you are wondering if whether or not what you have is going to stand the test of time, and you are actually at a tipping point, Aqua, where you're not sure if things with this person will manifest, you're going to find very shortly you're going to have an unexpected visitor. Unexpected visitor. This love is going to come out of the blue, and this person's going to offer you a potential for something real. The Page of Pentacles may not be a king or a queen, but they are on that trajectory, okay? Pentacles is very self-assured energy. This person you may meet at work, okay? Eight of Pentacles is also very strong Virgo energy, okay? Which is also on your mind if this Magician to you is this Virgo that you're connecting with. I feel a sneeze trying to sneak up on me, guys. My apologies. Oh, God. It's coming. Oh, my God. Thank you. Oh, thank you. All right. Let's see what's going on for you. What's going on for you? Something that made you really happy in the past is no longer making you very happy. And I feel like that's where this decision is going to be coming in. Because you've got multiple people in your environment, and where you are struggling to decide what you want to do with someone who you're currently connected with, the decision is about to become infinitely easier because someone who is offering you true potential is going to be entering your environment. Okay? Someone who you really enjoy, someone who is essentially your gift from the universe to begin the real pursuit of your Ten of Cups, if that makes sense. Okay? But you are in separation from this person right now. Your true love, you're in separation from Aqua. Okay. Okay. Overarching energy for the clarification is the Fool. Yep. This is that moment. This is that moment before the kickoff. Okay? So your love, Aqua, is not the person that you are currently with. If you find yourself, Aqua, with this person that you're connecting with, if you find that there are imperfections, okay, you find, not imperfections in the person, but imperfections in the dynamic of your relationship. There's something missing. There's something, there's something so integral to what you require in fulfillment that this person is not fulfilling. Just because they're different, right? It doesn't have to be because they're a bad person. You guys are not compatible or something along those lines. You are going to find yourself most likely in a place of isolation because you do have 2 5s here, okay? And right now you are experiencing the 5 of Cups, which is a sense of loss, a sense of grief coming in. You are going to be feeling very alone, right? Because while the 5 of Pentacles does tend to have 2 people in it, this particular deck only shows 1. So this is isolation. This is on an individual level. This is you feeling separate from something, or feeling like you've lost something and that you're never going to recoup. Okay? With the Hangman clarifying the Hanged Man. So for some of you, this is a very strong connection to a Pisces that you are currently experiencing, and it is not fulfilling you. All right? With the 5 of Cups, this is a partnership that you feel like you've lost. Right? So maybe you guys are working on something, you guys are working on building something, but the love is not there. Okay? However, in the meantime, what you're not realizing is that there is actually something, there is still a partnership in the environment. There is still a potential for this happiness that you are looking for in terms of a connection. So the connection that you are currently holding on to is one that you feel like is missing something extremely important. Most likely some type of love or some type of friendship, right? Some kind of basic respect is not there anymore. On your mind with the Magician and the Justice card, right? So you've got on your mind, you could be connecting with a Libra, right? Someone who you're suddenly feeling very confident to approach because perhaps things with you and this Pisces are no longer working out. But on your mind, you know that in order for you to gain confidence in your connection or in your love life overall, you need to be able to be confident and courageous in your ability to cut things off, cut things out, have hard discussions, have really, candid, emotional you know, conversations with the person that you're trying to connect with. In your heart with the Page of Cups. For some of you, where this is the Pisces, right, where this Page of Cups is the Pisces, your insecurity here lies in the fact that you guys are committed to one another, but you are getting the feeling like they're just not committed at all. Like they are making it look like on the front of things they are committed to you, they want to build something with you, but you get this feeling like they're not. Because while the Hanged Man is Pisces energy, it's also energy of waiting to get those messages from the divine. Like you're holding on, you're kind of suspending thought, you're suspending your ideas, right? Things are kind of just hanging in the nether. You're not really sure. So you're just kind of watching, right? You're just kind of watching. You're trying to decide something. You're kind of, you know, on the one hand, your intuition is telling you something, but you want to get kind of like a tower moment download from the divine. You want it to just hit you in the face. Like you need clarity without question, right? Not like, oh, well, you know, oh, well, are you sure you're thinking with your intuition and not thinking with your ego? Like you don't want there to be any kind of any kind of difficulty to discern from the two. You want something clear, right? You want something clear about what's going on, a sign, right? So while you're thinking about how you can make this more balanced, you're starting to realize that maybe there's nothing to balance out. Maybe what needs to happen is some kind of ending to occur, right? Because in the past you had the Ten of Cups, but the foundation upon which this Ten of Cups was founded was one on betrayal. Maybe you guys, this was a transition, right? Maybe you guys began your connection because this was a third party situation. Maybe they were committed or you were committed in another relationship, and you guys kind of got involved in a three-party situation. And so now you guys are in this weird limbo where you and this person are not getting what you need from each other, right? Like in a way, you guys were each other's solution to a lack somewhere, but there's no room to grow here. There's no room to feel true fulfillment. So you guys are confined to this fulfillment in a closed space. I do feel like this is three-party for quite a lot of you, right? Let me see. For some of you, this is that Pisces, right? Where the Pisces that you're connecting with may have engaged in three-party behavior, right? You've been the committed party, Aqua. You've been the committed party, and this Pisces that you've been connecting with stepped out because somewhere along the way, their understanding of what a relationship is supposed to provide them has been skewed, and so they were seeking something that they thought they were quote-unquote lacking, right? Could be found outside of the relationship instead of talking to you about it. If you're connecting with a Libra, right, they're very heavy on your mind, and you're just waiting to see how things pan out because you're kind of getting the impression from them that they are all in. But in terms of their expression of emotion to you, you can't help but feel like maybe something's been lost because you guys did feel really connected at the beginning, and the friendship was strong, and they were always asking you about how you were doing and how your day was going, and you know they were really being a friend with you. But it's that friendship has been flickering on and off. You can't really tell where they're coming from now, right? You can't really tell where they're coming from now. With this Gemini, Virgo, Aries, you're understanding something very important about the need to cut something out or cut something off. For those of you who've been connecting with a Gemini in a three-party situation, this is starting to kind of outlive its purpose. Okay, starting to outlive its purpose. Or a Libra that you've been engaged in a three-party situation with. There's something here that worked for the time it began, but now as time goes on, as you start to unravel the remains of this chapter, of this story for you, Aqua, you're starting to realize that the space in which this story can exist becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay? Now coming in with the Five of Pentacles. Coming in with the Five of Pentacles, we've got a sense of lack, okay? Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, High Priestess, absolutely. This is emotional lack right here. Coming in, there's a sense of walking away from something that has always made you feel very content, okay? For some of you, where this was a three-party situation, something about it made you feel kind of like a child again. And yet you have to walk away from it because there's something you understand can't be had with this. or you've been waiting. This person that you're connecting with, Aqua, may not know that you've been waiting for them to drop some type of commitment, right? But perhaps they have children involved. All right. And in the meantime, you feel kind of like you're getting sucked dry because you are giving everything to this connection and receiving nothing back because you know you can't, because you know it's not appropriate. Right? But there's a sense here that no one knows that you feel this way. What's coming in is that this feeling does not go away until you choose to leave something behind. This is an emotional disconnect with the Eight of Cups. So maybe you don't physically leave a situation. Maybe you don't physically leave this three-party situation, or maybe you don't physically leave this connection with your Pisces or with your Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, right? Or whoever it is that you're connecting with. Maybe this isn't physically walking away, but it's from disconnecting yourself emotionally from what you believed would carry on from the past into the current. Whatever this was, whatever this childlike nostalgia, playfulness that you typically had with this person, right? Or at the bare minimum, whatever this past situation was, maybe it wasn't a pleasant past, right? Maybe it wasn't a pleasant past. Maybe it was this hurtful three-party past, or this betrayal, right? This not meeting of expectations, something about the past. Until you walk away from this and follow your intuition in the direction of that which you know will serve you in a greater sense, you are going to continue to feel like you are missing something, right? A decision you have to make a decision here. And here's the thing, Aqua, if you don't, that's fine, but life goes on. And you will continue to feel like you're missing something, okay? You have to emotionally detach yourself from some type of expectation here, some type of past tie, right? Some type of past tie is what I'm getting. Now you see yourself as the star with the King of Cups. So you see yourself as standing in your power emotionally. So Aqua, I feel like you're gaining the courage now. I feel like you are emotionally healing. You are coming to a place where you feel more confident that the person that you are meant to truly connect with is on their way. This is deeply spiritual, Aqua. I feel like this is a real tipping point for you. Okay, this is a real tipping point for you, because while you might be connecting with someone that you've been having issues with, there's something brewing deep down inside your heart space that you know something is better, or at least a better outcome is meant for you. Okay, this could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that you are connecting with. Okay, this could go back to your Pisces. You could be feeling divinely guided to being with your Pisces, and that there is something here to be worked out, right? And in which case, I do feel that is absolutely the case, but there is a lot of balance to reestablish, and you have to adopt the more confident mindset of knowing exactly what it is that is, because the Magician can also take on a manipulative energy. And with the Justice card coming up, I wonder if maybe, Aqua, you're thinking that in order to correct the situation, you have to do away with manipulation. You might be the person doing the manipulating, okay? For a small group of you where you are involved in this three-party situation, you might be doing the manipulating of this other person that you're connecting with. Perhaps they're in a situation that they can't leave behind due to extenuating circumstances or previous commitments, right? And you are not happy with this lack, so in some type of way you may be forcing this connection. But wherever this Magician falls, wherever this manipulation falls, whether it's you doing the manipulation or the person that you're connecting with doing the manipulation, there's an understanding here that this needs to unfold naturally, and you are kind of standing in your own way here. If this were to unfold naturally, this separation that you are fighting would happen on its own, but you are fighting a separation. You are fighting independence from this person. You're afraid of feeling alone, right? You're fighting something that is naturally this is the natural ebb and flow of this particular connection, right? But you're forcing it. You're trying to use the law of attraction to get things in their life to change, to accommodate you, right? Maybe you've been consulting with maybe you've been consulting some type of spellcraft or magic, right? You've been using your prayers as a way to fulfill selfish selfish wishes, knowing that perhaps the reason this blessing is being blocked is because it's not meant for you. Right? That's the part of this that's kind of tricky, is that I feel like you are understanding that intuitively there is something here not for you, or at the very least the timing is not right. Right? You feel divinely connected to this person. But there is something about this process that is happening exactly as it must, and you're fighting it. Like you're going against the tide here. And you shouldn't. Right? You should just kind of float. Right? Just float through this. Now, in your environment, you've got the Ace of Cups with the Four of Wands. So you have a potential here for a real... I feel like once you let this go, Aqua, whatever this is, whether this is a person or a situation occurring within the connection, once you let go of this, like, it feels like you're clinging, right? It's like you're clinging for dear life to an old way of being, or to a situation or circumstance, right? As soon as you stop clinging to this past or to this expectation of what things are supposed to look like, you're going to find yourself feeling much more fulfilled. And in terms of stability, you're going to reach a whole new level. You are quite literally anchoring down this blessing that is trying to lift you up. Just because the blessing isn't what it appears to be to you, right? It's like the blessing is showing up to your doorstep wearing a cloak, right? And you're just like, okay, this is kind of creepy. I'm not going to talk to you, which I don't blame you. This is a bad analogy, but I'm saying it's like the blessing is showing up in a way that does not look like a blessing, right? If anything, it's showing up as unknown, kind of like, woe is me, why is this happening to me? But that is the blessing. The blessing is disguising itself on purpose, so that it's almost like a test in faith. It's almost like a test in faith, or a test of your intuition, not even faith, just intuition, right? The faith in your own self. It's a test for you. It's like an exercise, almost like an intuitive exercise, an opportunity for you to flex, right? Your high priestess capabilities, Aqua. Like you see it so vividly, but you can't believe that this is the kind of route it would take. But this is exactly what it's supposed to be doing, because soon enough, once you let go of whatever this has been for you, you're going to find yourself establishing a whole new level of stability, either with this person, right? Or with someone entirely new, which may be scary, but you want love, it's coming for you. Okay? Now your fear here with the Temperance and the Eight of Wands is that you're going to grossly imbalance everything that you've been working hard to achieve. Maybe this person was a point of emotional stability for you, right? Maybe in the past, for those of you who are entertaining a third-party situation, maybe there was something you left behind that this third-party situation kind of helped you repair, right? Make amends to your heart, right? This person could have been, kind of like a rebound. At the very least, if this is not a third-party situation, this is someone who, in some kind of way, was both your salvation and your downfall, right? And so you're afraid that in all of the stability you've been able to work up, all of the internal balance you've been able to work up, all of the, all of the aspects of your life that you worked so hard to make sure would be restored back to normal, at least as normal as it could be, that by removing this person or removing this situation from your life, suddenly now your ability to connect with others is going to just go right out the window, right? Oh yeah, Sophie, so you're telling me that if I leave this person or if I leave these things behind, I'm going to just suddenly magically be super okay. I'm not going to be devastated by the breakup, and I'm going to find, someone new and my everything. I'm not saying that the breakup would not be saddening and that you wouldn't grieve and that it wouldn't feel like a loss. Of course, every loss, you have that moment. But the thing is, you're already grieving it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're already grieving this relationship or this connection, and you're still in it, right? It's not bearing fruit. There's something here that's so stagnant that things are actually starting to go backwards, right? So the grief is already here. The idea is to now remove yourself from whatever is causing the grief, right? If the grief is that you guys are constantly meeting up and that kind of resets an internal clock, right? And the fact that every time you guys are together, it just kind of makes you fall in love with them again. But then whatever that meetup looks like between you guys, that tends to restore things back to their natural state. whatever it is that usually throws everything on the floor and breaks everything apart again, immediately just kicks back up, and no discussions are being had around it, no conclusions are being had around it. It's like the bad things are just bad and they're not getting better. Right? No one's talking about it, no one's resolving it. It just gets worse, and you kind of rely on the good parts of the relationship to be what sustains how long this lasts. But that's not going to work. Okay? So will there not be grief? Of course there's going to be grief. But no more, not much more than what you're already experiencing just by being in this connection. Okay? So whether this renewal, whether this new beginning is a renewal or a brand new beginning with someone else, right? Your fear here of things being thrown out of whack is actually counterintuitive to what's happening. You're afraid things are going to be kicked out of balance, but that is not the case. If anything, staying in this kind of like rotten part of your life, by staying here, you are blocking your own blessing. Okay? Now with the Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles again, 5 of Swords, and Death. You could be connecting with a Scorpio, absolutely. You could have Scorpio very heavy in your chart. Any one of these, you could have Libra in your chart, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Pisces. You could have double or triple Aquarius somewhere. You could have double Pisces. Okay? You could have Sagittarius. Absolutely. Absolutely. Libra. Yeah. Aries, very strong here as well. You have double Aries in your chart. So with the Page of Pentacles appearing twice, what we know for sure is that this is either a person that would be coming to you who would be your forever after with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, this is somebody, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, who would be coming to you that could only enter your life after you stop lying to yourself. Okay, for those of you that have Scorpio in your chart, you are deceiving your own self. You are defeating your own self. You are defeating your own self by convincing yourself that this relationship or this connection is that this is the right time for it. Because there's a divine connection here for sure. I can't tell you that there's nothing here because I'm seeing a lot of a divine handling of this connection, right? But the fact that you are forcing something here as though the time is right, if the time were right, you wouldn't have to force so much. Okay? So for those of you that have Scorpio very heavy in your chart, Aqua, the fact that you are not allowing your intuition to guide you is really doing you a disservice. And remember what I said, this may not manifest in a physical dissolution, a physical walking away, but at the very least you have to emotionally detach yourself from the expectation of what this relationship could mean and begin to open yourself back up to stability with another person. Okay? Because for some of you, maybe you're not ready to leave this connection. For some of you, this is really still kind of a crutch for you. Right? As codependent as that is, we all go through it. That happens, right? It's not ideal, but it happens. But in a way, what I suggest for you here is, while you are still holding on to this, give yourself a chance to look at other options, other people. You don't have to start dating if dating is not your thing, but don't turn a blind eye to the next good-looking person that you see, or the next funny person that you hear, or the next intelligent person who piques your interest. You get what I'm saying? Don't turn a blind eye just because, oh no, but I'm already involved. No. I understand. I understand, Aqua. But if you're not happy, okay? If you're not happy, and discussions are not helping the situation, then at the very least, give yourself an opportunity to see where you can have happiness outside. Not at the same time, right? I'm not advocating to go and be unfaithful. I'm saying that where you are trying to block yourself from seeing potential and closing yourself up in this corner of like this little prison that you've built for yourself with this other person, as if you don't have another choice. Open your eyes and open your heart to a future with someone else. To give yourself an opportunity, to give yourself the chance to think bigger, to feel more, right? I feel here like you're really closing yourself off a lot. Now, with the Page of Pentacles, right, Aqua, you could have a lot of Earth in your chart as well. You could have Taurus, Virgo, Cap, very, very strong in your chart. And here, what I'm seeing is, if a Scorpio comes into your vicinity, okay, this person is most likely leaving something behind, and they are still quite jaded. They're not ready for a commitment because they're at a point where they want to get back at people. Okay, so I definitely suggest against being with a Scorpio right now if you're in Aqua with a lot of earth in your chart. Okay, you will likely cross paths with a Scorpio, or you may be given an offer from a Scorpio that you're dealing with in some capacity. This could be a friend, and this person wants to make something more of your friendship. If you did decide to kind of open yourself up to other experiences, or open yourself up to the possibility of someone other than the person that you're connecting with right now, this Pisces perhaps, or this Libra, right? They are not ready. They want to manipulate. They just want to manipulate. Their promise of longevity, their promise of forever after and legacy is not yet founded for them. They're offering you something small and claiming to be able to create something big, but they still are not who they need to be in order to properly give you that. Okay, they are using these illusory promises as a way to kind of like rein you in, but I'm not seeing promise there. I'm seeing that they still have a lot of work to do on themselves. Okay, however, overall, in spite of the signs that could be appearing here, I am seeing that once a certain level of manipulation, either of yourself or an attempt of manipulation from the person that you're connecting with, once that ends, you are going to give yourself the freedom to pursue and be open to any type of offers from others to begin a brand new beginning that will lead you inevitably towards your forever after, your 10 of Pentacles, your legacy, the family, the stability, right? And again, it's going to take some work, right? With the 8 of Pentacles, where this doesn't involve you meeting this person at work. This involves the fact that this is going to be a lot of hard work for you to be able to detach yourself with the 3 of Wands and with the Fool, starting a new beginning here. Okay? I'm looking to see if there are any additional messages, but I feel like that was a very, for me, a very obvious punctuation here in the reading. Yeah, that's it, Aqua. Those are all the messages that I'm getting. Okay, this last the Scorpio full moon blasted me into another dimension. Okay, so I don't know about you guys. I'm Scorpio sun, so I feel like reading is a completely different experience for me now. And so I hope that I'm able to offer you a little bit more of a big picture idea and some slightly more clear images from what I have been able to give you in the past. Okay, Aqua? I'm still kind of coming into this. Those of you who have kind of been experiencing those ascension symptoms as well will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's almost like I'm looking through a pair of brand new glasses. And I guess that'll be a really difficult analogy for those of you who don't wear glasses. But it's like I'm looking at things through a completely different frame of reference. And like I'm wearing someone else's shoes almost. It's like I have to grow into something is what it feels like. So, Aqua, I'm going to let you go, my friends. But yes, this is your message, all right? There is something that needs detaching from. Okay? You hear me? There's something here that you are putting you're putting all of your eggs in one basket. You're putting all of your eggs in one basket. And there is something coming in for you if you'll allow it. But the thing is this is a gift from the divine that if you are too focused on making something that's difficult work, even though you kind of see that it's not working, or at the very least it's not time, right? It's kind of time for you to move on to the next chapter. And whether you do a U-turn back, that's going to be a different chapter in and of itself that you have no control over right now. You get what I'm saying? That's not to say that what you are trying to cling to isn't meant for you later, but right now it's not. But there's an opportunity coming in for you, and you will most definitely miss it if you are not careful. And if you continue to deceive yourself, you're going to miss it. Okay? All right, my sweet Aqua. I love you. I love you so very much. Take care. We'll talk again soon. If this did resonate, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know where you are on your journey. Like, share, subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. I love you.